And there we go. I think we're on. All right. Hello, everyone. If you're watching this, welcome to We Are Playing Rallyman GT. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Mark. W.
I'm Mark.
Sorry, we've got Andy, was that?
Yep.
And Mark.
L.
Mark L.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got two Marks. I think our names on the stream are actually under our pictures, so you can see who we all are. Oh, no,
Yeah.
I've got Mark and Andy the wrong way around. So switch the bottom two, and it'll work. I don't think I can fix that now. They were in different places. Anyway, we will jump straight into the game. I'll show you the game. We won't hang around on the screen because the names aren't on there on the main screen. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, it's a racing game. And
Andy loves his racing games.
Yes, Andy's the one who always...
I do.
He introduces us always to racing games. In fact, Andy, you must own more racing games than anyone I've ever met.
Possibly.
So we are playing Rallyman GT, in fact, which is fairly new, isn't it? Andy, when did this come out?
It came out earlier this year. I think it was a Kickstarter. Well, it was a Kickstarter back end of last, sort of like some point last year.
Okay, great.
By the original, redesigned by the original designer of the rally game, Rallyman, as a multiplayer game, a proper multiplayer game rather than what Rallyman was, which was still multiplayer, but it's more solitaire because there's one person on the track at any given point.
Okay.
It's simulating a rally.
All right, cool. So this is actually a fairly straightforward game, I think, as far as racing games go. I'm not going to go through all the rules now. There is a very interesting dice mechanism in this game. Effectively, we've got 5 dice here that represent the 5 gears that you can move your car through. If you use a white gear, it allows you to sort of coast. You carry on in the same gear. Red gears are for braking. And the green gear, was that called boost, Andy?
Boost.
Yeah, boost.
So that one is for going up fast into higher gears very quickly. We're going to do 1 lap in this race. So I'm going to be the yellow car here. And it's probably best to just have a turn, honestly. Once you see a turn taking place, then it kind of makes sense. We're going to be sticking the dice out in front of the cars on these spaces. So if you want to move 3 spaces, you have to put 3 dice down. And then you kind of roll the dice. And if you get these, where's one? There we go, these hazard symbols, the exclamation mark, then that's bad. And bad things happen. Effectively, it's a bit of a push-your-luck element. 1 or 2 of these exclamation hazard things is fine. But when you get your 3rd one, you kind of spin off the track and it all goes horribly wrong. There's like damage tokens you can take. And there's a nice, this is me, the yellow car here. There's a nice little chart that tells you all the different available dice on the left. But also, if you do sort of crash and spin off the track, then you have to reset. And we'll just sort of explain this when it happens. But depending on which gear you're in, if you're in a very high gear, you can end up taking these black damage tokens, which can sort of permanently hinder you for the rest of the race. So I managed that in our practice run last week. We definitely don't want to do that. That really doesn't help. And then finally, once you kind of you end up rolling the dice to see whether you're at the exclamation marks. But you can either choose to roll them 1 at a time, in which case you can stop kind of when you get your 2nd exclamation mark. If you're like, this is too much, I'm going to stop here, and that's as far as your car goes. Or you can choose to roll them all at once. So if you lay 5 dice out, you can just roll all 5 dice at once. However, if you go bust, obviously you crash. But if you manage to succeed and you don't go bust, then you get these boost tokens. There's a nice bag of, sorry, not boost tokens, they're called focus tokens, aren't they? There we go, the little lightning things. And focus tokens can be used to kind of ignore exclamation marks. Now, as I say, I will just go through that when it happens. If you just watch us taking a couple of turns, it will become clear quite quickly.
When Jonathan does it.
And I crash, yeah. So,
I think it's me first.
Mark. So what colour are you, Mark?
I am blue.
All right. So
I am
Mark,
the good blue.
He's at the front here. He's going to look at the dice and he's going to choose which dice he wants to use.
I think I'm going for a 1 first.
Obviously, in fact, not obviously, but the little marker here tells you which gear your car is currently in. Obviously, we're all going to start in gear 0. So from gear 0, you have to go up to gear 1. And then he goes to gear 2.
There's actually no advantage, is there? Because the boost is handy, but it's only.
While he's doing that, when you get to a corner, the numbers here tell you the maximum gear you can be in when you go around the corner. But if you cross one of these dotted lines with the exclamation marks, that adds an extra hazard, so it makes it more likely you're going to sort of go bust and spin off the track.
I think I am just going. It's the which ones are the coasting? The white coasting, aren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to coast to that corner
in second. So this doesn't mean the hazard is here because he's going to roll all these dice in a second, but this effectively means because this was second gear, he's now still in second and still in second. So he's going to hit the corner probably on his next turn and he'll be in his second gear and he'll have to break down to first gear immediately.
That's my plan.
When you go forward, you can move kind of diagonally forward, which is why he's now in that space. So then he selects. What are you going to do, Mark? Roll them all?
I'm going to roll them all at the same time. I've got confidence that I'm not going to roll 3.
So there's a nice rolling mechanism in Tabletop Simulator. Fortunately, he didn't get any exclamation marks.
So that means I get 4 of these. 4 of these focus tokens.
So yeah, for each dice you rolled when you do it all at once,
taken 4 of them.
You get the focus tokens.
And I whack those out of the way, ready for you guys, and I finish up there, and that is my go done.
So
I could have boosted straight to 2, couldn't I?
Yeah, well, I was just going to think. Is that right? So I think if I take my green dice, oh, sorry, I put it there, I can go straight to 2. It means I've got to be able to come down again.
I completely forgot that we can do that.
And then potentially, so I go 2, I'll coast there.
So the green dice skips from 0 to 2.
Goes with the boost dice.
Oh, yes. So this,
of course.
You'll see this when we do the breaking, but you put the 2 die with the boost die, so they have to go on the same spot.
So what have I done?
So the green boost die has to go on the same space as the gear you're boosting to. So the 2 die, yeah, that's right. They have to go together.
Right, that's a bit of a problem then, but because I'm still not going to get any further then, am I?
3, then break twice, and then go straight to 1.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
It sounds like a real disaster waiting to happen. I think I'm better off doing what Mark did, actually, if that's the case.
It's a lot of dice to throw in when you've got no tokens to.
I'm not doing that. I've changed my mind. Okay.
Andy will. Andy can't help himself.
I still might get myself into gear 1 for next turn for the first move, though. So I've missed a space out, haven't I? So they're both in the first space. That's in the second. That's in the third. And then I'm going to go down to gear 1, just in front of there. And then I roll them all at once when I roll them. So there we go. Yeah, put them in the right space. Right, how do I roll them all at once? So do I drag a box around them?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's the easiest way.
Control click.
If you're not familiar with our environment, by the way, we're playing it in Tabletop Simulator, which is like a 3D environment. For some reason, they've stuck us in like a storage building to know what the surroundings are. But here is our game.
Failing to put them all up. Someone help me with the interface.
Yeah, so you can control click to select multiple.
Or you can shift and then
I do drag. Yeah, just drag a box around them.
Just try not to pick up another car, I suppose. But
it doesn't matter if you roll the car.
I know where I am.
There we go. Right, so I've rolled them all. I've got none, so I get 5 things, don't I? Then.
Oh, yeah, stick mark scar back.
You don't count the boost dice. For
of course you can't break, do you either?
Okay, right. Put Mark back.
Yeah.
Put me there. Oh, whoops.
He's crashed.
Oh.
It does take a little bit of getting the hang of the interface. Once you do get the hang of the interface, I should say, Tabletop Simulator is very easy to use. So
you need
except for the few games where it's not set up well.
There we go. There we go. And now I get 4 of these.
Yeah.
Lovely. Sorry about that. Thank you.
And is it?
All right. Is it Andy?
Yeah, so you need to move your gear markers just to.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. I am currently in second.
And flip them as well, just to.
Oh yeah, so black indicates that you've had your turn already, just to help you keep track. Andy obviously has a problem because he's blocked. He can't drive through with these other cars, so he could try and come on the inside.
There's a gap.
But I think I know where I'm going to end up.
Yeah,
So he rolls the dice, he gets 1 exclamation mark. That's fine. Remember, it's 3 that will cause you to spin off. So he moves to there.
I wonder if the boost thing would have worked.
I could get through the gap, maybe.
I wonder if the boost thing could have worked.
I've got loads of space, haven't I?
It would have been tempting, wouldn't it?
All right, let me have a play with this. So if I take the green die and boost up to, where did 2 go? You got the 2, there's the 2 die. So if I boost to 2 and then go 3, this seems a bit crazy.
Oh.
Coast.
Oh.
And then break down to 1. Where's
You
the 1?
because you need to be going faster than the person at the side of you. Actually, we just need to undo my turn, which is easy, and Mark's turn, because he can't be in 1 there.
Oh, right. So you'll have to explain this rule,
no.
Andy. Let me move the dice out of the way.
I hadn't realised. It's just occurred to me. Yeah, you must to be able to either overtake or pull into an adjacent space to another car.
It's not just go past.
Equal or higher gear.
Ah, okay. So in order for Red to have arrived here, he must have been.
It's essentially fine. He just needs to be on a 2 instead. He can just do the same thing.
But you're on a 2, aren't you? Is it higher or equal or higher?
The same way as Mark, then. Should we roll them, or should we just say did it the same way Mark did it?
I think it's fine. You rolled all the dice anyway, so why worry about it?
Roll extra dice, yeah. Okay.
Andy, you can be in the same gear, can you?
Yes. Yeah, as long as you go in the same gear or faster.
All right, but you just went behind, didn't you? So you're fine.
Yeah. So I thought it was just
for me to get next to you, I have to be in 3rd, don't I?
Yes.
So let's just try this again.
What reminded me. It's like oh, damn.
So if I boost a 2nd and then 3rd, then I can coast there, you're saying, and I can coast next to you, but then I can't break down lower than 2, can I?
No, because you wouldn't be able to pull us alongside.
All right, so I think I'm just going to stick. Well, in that case, I probably don't want to do. One interesting thing about this game, I should say, is that the distribution of the dice. You can see some of these dice, like this white one, does not have many exclamation marks. In fact, it's only got 1. But the higher dice, like the 4 and the 5 dice, have got 2 exclamation marks on, so you're more likely to roll those. The break dice also have got 2 exclamation marks. There we go. So they're sort of more dangerous when you're rolling. So I could just go. I'd be rolling less dice if I didn't use the boost dice. If I just went 1, 2, 3.
You're better off in a lower gear, aren't you? To spend it. Yeah.
2. I can just do 1, 2 coast, can't I?
Yeah, I think that's the best way.
That does seem sensible. So let me. How do I? Now this is tricky. I want to select the dice, but the purple car is kind of in the way. Is it control click? It is.
Yeah.
And then R to roll them. Yep. Woo! There they go. And I'm fine. I got 1 exclamation mark, but that means I survive. So because I rolled 4 dice, I'm going to get 4 focus tokens. They come into my hand. There they are. And that's the end of my go. Oh, and I get to move. So I take the dice, put them out of the way. Stick my car next to Andy's, take my gear marker, wherever that's gone. Oh, Andy's put it there, that's fine. I feel like we should swap Andy.
Yeah.
And I'm in 2, and he... Do you want to go on the other side? How about we stick you over there?
Yep.
I'm going to start taking my go, because...
And then Mark can go.
Yeah.
You can fast.
Jonathan has sneakily entered, because the turn order now is done for whoever's in the fastest gear. Then it goes to
which is a tie.
Then it goes to the inside corner of the next corner. So Jonathan's been sneaky and has actually snuck go ahead of me.
So this is the turn order thing. So we're all in gear 2, so that doesn't matter. So it's furthest forward first. So the person who goes next is going to be blue and red and yellow and purple. But between those, it's whoever's on the inside of the corner. So blue goes before red and yellow goes before purple, which is great because that means I get to overtake Andy.
I just can't do it, can I? Okay, I'm going to have to go 1. Don't pick up everything. I was trying to pick up everything then. 1, I'll jump to the inside of the 2. No, some good
Well, you get an exclamation mark there. If you go-
Does that actually? I'm assuming.
If you were in the
Yeah.
inside
Yeah.
lane, you would go over the line and get the exclamation.
That space is a double. That corner space is a double space.
Yeah.
Oh yes, you will coming out.
Yeah, if you come out onto the inside lane, you're getting an extra exclamation. If you come out into the middle lane, you're not.
I can't drop to 1, can I?
But you'll get further on the inside lane. It's a bigger box.
Yeah, but if you look at it, it doesn't really make a difference because I've got to hit this corner at a particular, so it really doesn't make much difference. I'm just going to take the exclamation. I just want to finish there, like that. Do I take the risk?
The mark is now on 1 exclamation mark.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Two on the dice.
I could roll the 1 at a time though. I'm gonna roll. Oh, it's only 1 per dice though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be fine, Mark.
No, I don't like the sound of that. I think I'm going to play it safe and just get to where I want to be. So I'm gonna roll them 1 at a time.
So that's Mark's first one. He's okay. He picks up an exclamation mark here. Rolls the second one. He's fine.
Fine now.
Rolls the third one, and yeah, there's no way he can get 3 exclamation marks.
So I finished there
after that
in gear 2.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Mark.
It's me now. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. So I'm 2. I'm going to 1 into there. And then let's see. So do I want to do the same and try and come out into there? But do I need to do that? Probably do if I need to coast. So yeah, do you know what? I'm going to try and do the same. So
Mark's finishing position means that he's on his next turn is having to enter that corner at a 1.
I'm well aware of that, Andy. That's exactly what I was planning for.
That's the thing here.
Right. So I'm okay like that, yeah?
Yeah.
I've got an exclamation, so I think I'm going to also roll them 1 at a time. So let's have a go. There we go. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oops. And that's not, but I've only got 2 anyway, so that's okay.
Yeah, so if Mark had got 1 more exclamation mark, then he would have spun off the track.
Disaster. Get them out of the way, and then I'm in 2nd gear on time. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yes, then. 1, then up to 2. Okay, so there I am, and 2.
So I guess I want to drop down to 1. Now, Andy, can I go there in front of you on my first move?
Yes.
Because then I could avoid this exclamation mark. If I coast round that corner, and I feel like I want to just reduce the number of exclamation marks, so I'm actually going to coast not across the dotted line, but into this section, so I miss the 2 exclamation marks. Then we'll go back into 2. And now they are going to go
up to 3.
Yeah, I think we definitely want to be in 3. Where's the third? Where is the 3rd gear dice? There it is. So I'm going to grab the 3.
Up to 4. Up to 4.
Now the difficulty here is you might think, well, you should go back to gear 2, but I can't because there's only 1 gear 2 dice, so I can't reuse this one. I'm stuck. Either, as Mark says, I go up to 4. Or I stick at 3. I think I definitely want to stick at 3 here. However, because I've avoided both the exclamation marks there, I think I can safely roll all of those dice together. Whoop, hang on, let me select these again. Is it control to...
Control click to
control
click?
Click. Yeah, okay, I've got them. And let's see if we roll them. I'm fine. Great, so I finished in 3rd gear. Let me move the dice out of the way. Bonk on that space there. So I'm behind Red, who seems to have spun round and is facing backwards.
Oh dear.
And I'm in 3rd gear. So you just type
He's going to go first. He's going to go first.
State 3. Do you type the number? Is that how you do it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, fine. All right, Andy.
Block him off, Andy. Block him off. He's going first.
All right.
So Andy starts in 2nd, coasts in 2nd, drops down to 1, avoiding the exclamation mark, stays in 1, going through the exclamation mark, And is he going to boost up to 3? Oh, so he uses the boost die to get up to 3. Obviously, this is an extra die you're rolling, so there's extra risk of exclamation marks there.
Just realised I didn't take my 4 focus tokens for my first turn.
Then you're going to go to 2.
Right. Then, yeah, let's drop back.
Or
down
if you,
to-
that's very harsh.
I mean, that is perfect, Andy. That's perfect.
And Jonathan basically needs to go. He goes first and can't go.
Yeah, this
Very
is
good.
true. Jonathan
Wow,
was-
that's.
Oh, I go first? Oh no, look,
'Cause it's
it's
gear.
highest gear first. I didn't think that through, did I?
No.
So what do I do then?
You should have gone to 4th. I told you.
It's you're blocked, so you can't move. So you just basically don't. You just flip your marker. That's it.
I miss a turn?
Wow, that's brutal.
That is brutal.
Right, well, Andy's got to make sure he doesn't spin off yet. He's got to roll a lot of dice. Andy's getting an exclamation mark. I see you doing
Right,
it
so
once at a time.
I'm going to play this safe. I don't trust this. So
Fine. Fine.
all right. That's okay.
Fine.
Now I need to
Looking
roll
all right.
these two together. It's gonna be fine.
Ooh.
Ooh.
2.
Might want to spend a.
Then I'm going to
Little
spend
token.
1 focus token to negate this last dice.
So just to make this clear, Andy's picked up 1 exclamation mark going through that corner dotted line there. He's rolled another one. So if this last dice, when he rolls it, if it gave him an exclamation mark, he would spin off. But that's what these focus tokens are for. You spend it, and it means you don't need to roll the dice. You just automatically pass.
I'll flip that back over.
Yeah, so this is
Lee,
obviously-
you to go.
Yeah, an interesting strategic decision here, because it's not the furthest forward. In a lot of racing games, whoever's furthest forward would go first, or you just take it in turns. But in this one, it's actually highest gear, so I don't know if I've done myself in. Andy, maybe we could say, has done me in, but either way
Should've
round,
gone
I am
to
stuck
4.
and I get nothing. So I'm just going to flip my dial. In fact, we go to black now. And that's it. That was my go over. How disappointing. Well, after they've all moved, I will hopefully have a clear corner to get through.
Me to go then. Be on the inside the corner, so I'll
So
hit
yeah,
that
blue
in
next.
Because straight to 2. Coasty coasty. Well, I mean, I might as well just. I'll to make it obvious. I'll go to there. 2. 2. 3.
Should that be in a different space?
Yeah. I'm trying. I got lost on thinking about. I think.
Going to 4.
Wow, that's I mean, I can break, can't I? I don't feel like I want to get caught in that. In the middle of that, that's the thing. 4th down to 2nd.
While he's thinking, we're obviously going to go around this track. We're just doing 1 lap today, so first person back to the start line is the winner.
I think, shall I could boost. I think it is time for. It's going to be a 4th. No, I don't want to. Yeah, I'm just going to end up there.
So he's going to a 4th gear, so there's quite a lot of dice he's going to be rolling here.
I'm going to roll them one at a time.
Yes.
But I don't believe I hit anything too dodgy, so I should be all right. That's a good start. We like that start. Oh, I don't like it when the dice roll too much. I want them to roll. Stop rolling. Think I should be safe. I am safe.
Yeah, because he's only got 2 left.
I'm going to roll
so
for
he can't
that.
get more than 2.
So I'm going to finish 4th where the that dice is. And then I'm going to... Oh, it's a bit laggy.
Is that a big double space that you're in?
I'm a big fat double space.
Right, okay. Nice. So I've got to get there then, haven't I? So
Yeah. You might be able to go first before me on that corner.
Yeah. Okay. I won't get. Will I get it? Can I go there if he's in 4?
If
Yeah.
you're,
Because you're going in 4th,
Equal or higher.
which, as you've
I'm
seen,
not-
is
I'm gonna get
perfectly
to-
doable.
That limits what I can do then. So I'm going to start by going to 1, going straight forward. I'm going to go out into 2 in the same way that you have, I think. coast into there, coast into there. Then I'll come out into 3 in there. But then if I go in there, I cross that line, do I? I can't go from there. So I have
Because
to
you'll go before me, so you will have to cross that line.
I'll have to break 1 brown dice to go from 4 to 2 if I'm in 4, yeah?
Yeah.
Yep, and gain an exclamation for doing so as well.
See, that's a bit of a pain in the bum, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd go first. I'd have an exclamation. I'd have 3, and then 2 dice. And then I go there. Who do I want to risk that next turn? Yeah, I'm not sure. I might want to just stay there. But then someone's going to sneak in front of me, aren't they? Go on. Yeah, it's difficult, actually. It's actually surprisingly difficult. You have a lot of things to think about for such a simple game, really. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And do you know what? I'm going to roll them all as well.
Wow. Very brave.
Ready. So I've controlled and clicked. Is that right?
Yep.
Not working. Oh, I was rolling them all. So I'll roll them all individually, but I'm rolling them all at once. So
okay. Well, I'm not sure they're rolling properly,
rolling.
Mark. Mark, you might need to try that again.
Sorry.
There we go.
That one.
I think you did that one already. That was okay.
That one already. That's the one I did already. Anyway.
Yeah, that's fine.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I get 6 tokens, and I'm in here. I'll turn myself around in a minute, and I'm in 4th gear, and I'm in 1st position, and I'm in trouble next. Okay.
It's a bigger.
The reason you might want a lot of these focus tokens is because although it only costs 1 for the first dice, for the second dice you want to kind of skip on a turn, you have to spend 2 focus tokens and then 3 focus tokens after that. So you can end up spending, if you get into a bad situation, you can end up spending a lot of focus tokens at once.
Yeah. And it's handy to go.
All right, so let's drop into the coast around this corner. Back out into there. Okay, guys. Oh, no, that's also yeah, where is it? Where's the boost dice and where's gear 4? Right. So let's do this all together. Then flat out around our corner. Into the corner. Checking I've not missed any spaces. And roll.
Oh, he's good.
Lovely.
So it finishes in 4th gear. And that is the end of the round. Unfortunately, I am doing very badly. Again. I came dead last, I think, the last time we played this. All right, so it looks like it's going to be, that's interesting. Is it red because they're on the inside of this corner?
Mark will be going first.
Okay. Right. So I've got a task now. So I've got to break. I'm going to go over that line. So I'll get an exclamation to start with, and I've got to break into 2. So I'll put those 2 dice together in there. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. But coming out of there, I can. Let's have a look at this next corner. The 3 corner, is it? Or what does that 4 exclamation mark mean on there, Andy?
If you go into that corner with a in gear 4, you'll gain an extra exclamation. You can't go higher than 4.
Oh, you can't go higher than 4. Okay.
Well, you can, but you'll lose control immediately, and you'll be off. Yeah, it's sort of say if you go in at 4, you get an automatic exclamation.
But I can break down to 3, can't I? Does that mean if I'm 4 there? No, actually, I've got another space, haven't I? So Okay, there like that. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can break down. Right, it's a lot of dice. Now, if I spend an exclamation mark on this space, okay, does it negate both dice?
Focus token. No, you need it's 1 focus token for the first dice you negate in that turn, 2 for the second, but you need to apply a single space worth of dice together.
There'll be 3 just
So
to cover that.
tokens.
So I'm going to pay 3 to cover that one because the brown dice have got more problems on, haven't they? More exclamations, I believe. Is that right?
Yep.
They do. They've got 2.
I'm paying 3 tokens there, look, and that's to cover the 2 dice, the first dice and the second die there. So I'm negating that. So they've gone. And I've done that because I've already got 1 exclamation for that. And then I'm obviously rolling them. I roll the rest of them. Do I still choose to roll them individually or not?
No, you have to roll them individually.
Have to roll them individually. Here we go then.
You can only spend focus tokens if you are doing them individually.
I'm now on 2.
Oh, that's 2.
Now, if I get another one, can I stop at any time, or do I have to?
Yes. So if you wanted to negate the next dice, it will cost you 3 tokens for that 1 dice. And the next dice will cost you 4, and so on.
Okay. So how many have I got? I've got enough to do a 3 and a 4, so I could negate.
Or you can elect to stop.
I'm gonna risk the next one. Here we go. You ready? Oh, I'm gonna risk this one as well. Oh, and then I'm going to pay 3 to negate that last dice.
You want to roll there, Mark?
I know. I want to roll. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that puts me in this position then here, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it puts me on. I don't know which way. I'm probably going backwards again. Yeah, and I'm in 4th gear, I believe. Is that right?
You are, yeah.
That's not me.
And it's blue to go.
So I'll go second to there with a break dice. We'll go like that. 3. I might follow Mark, but I'm gonna move in on the inside there. I think.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do that really. Wasn't it?
I want to push it for one more little. Push it for one more. Or I'm trying to work this out. 3. Ooh. And it's gear matters. Gear does matter, doesn't it? I'm just going to do that. I'm just going to keep it nice and safe. I will roll these individually. Or not so individually when it comes to the first lot.
Any group dice have to be rolled together. So he's fine there. Yeah.
I think I am safe.
And he's good.
I am safe.
Because you didn't pick up 1 at the start, did you? Because he came in from here.
I came in.
So he doesn't get this one for crossing that line. Well, straightforward.
Yeah.
Andy.
There is room to. We could have pushed it further, I reckon. I wasn't sure if it was a good idea.
I thought you were going to go to 5.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. But actually, looking what's coming up, I'm glad I didn't.
Really? They're all 4s and 5s, these next 2 corners.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be moving towards 5, not away from it. So I could drop to 3 and then push up to 5 rather than.
The odd thing, I think, about this game is that if you're travelling in gears 1, 2, and 3, then you still can go the same distance as if you're travelling in gears 3, 4, and 5. But it's just more dangerous going in the higher gears because there are more exclamation marks on those dice. But like gear 1 doesn't seem intrinsically slower than gear 5, which is a little bit strange.
Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 tokens.
Roll them all at the same time.
Yeah,
it'll be fine.
Wow. And he's got, oh my goodness, look, he got 2 exclamation marks and just survives.
But he is now a gear high and the rest of us, he's made the break for it.
Yeah, you can see he's used the 5th gear die here. So he's going to be in 5th gear if he gets his car the right way around.
Oh dear.
And then old Slowpoke at the back here finally gets a go. So I'm in gear 3. What a mistake to make. So I'm going to, I guess, drop to 2 and then to 1. But I should probably, don't know that it really matters because there's no one else here. So 2 and then to 1 and then to, oh no, actually, yeah, so if I should coast in second, shouldn't I? So 2 and then coast and then 1. I may as well go there. And I can coast through there in first gear. And then I need to boost my way up to third gear. And then fourth gear. And I'm last, yeah. So I feel like I need to do some catching up. So we're going to drop into 5. Because then at least I'll be going second on the next turn. Because it'll be in terms of gear. As long as I don't fly off. Now I'm definitely, because I'm using a lot of dice. I'm going to, oh crumbs, hang on a second. But this is a, I'd have to do some mega braking here. Mega braking.
There are 3 braking dice, but
yeah, I'll be fine. So I'm going to roll these one at a time. So first one, it's good. Oh, that was a high one. Good. Yeah, this is looking promising. Some smooth driving here. Oh, they have to be rolled together actually. That's 1 exclamation mark.
Oh.
2 exclamation marks. So I'm going to spend 1 focus token. Let's stick that back in the bag. Plop. And I will ignore that last 5 die, which means I end up here in gear 5. Plop. All right. I'm done.
It's Andy to go first.
Oh, I should flip my thing over.
Okay. Right. So, we're in 5.
So now Andy's going first because you're in the highest gear, even though you're
Yeah.
not on the side. That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
so the 5, and then it'll be me next because I'm also in 5. Then it'll be blue on the inside in gear 4, and then red
yeah.
on 4.
That's my silly positioning error.
So Andy's braking from 5 down into third gear, coasting in third gear through the 4 limit bend, still in third gear, back up to 4th, and that means he's got a 5. You can use a 5 on here, but it will give him an exclamation mark. You can't come in on the inside here because you can only get through there in 4th gear. He would be going to 5, so... Actually, no, you could, couldn't you, Andy? Because you can come diagonally.
5, diagonally.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as he avoids that, then he can drop
That
into
seems
5
like the wise
there.
thing to do.
Does.
Now Andy's had a lot of luck with the dice. Do we think he's going to roll them all at once? Or is he going to keep going? Because he could break down into second gear. He hasn't used the second gear yet.
I was just looking at
Can he? I think he's already used the brake.
I think
4,
no,
3.
Yeah,
2 break dice and a 2.
It sounds like you're trying to get him to take a risk there.
Right, so I'm just going to roll these together.
Half of this game you do about egging each other on to try and roll more dice. Oh my goodness, he's gone for them all. And he got 2 exclamation marks.
Oh, lucky.
So he stops in 5th gear on the inside of that corner, hogging it for everyone else. It's a good blocking position there. And then it's going to be me, actually, because I'm in 5th gear. So I need to do some major braking from 4 down into 2 to get around this corner. So where's the 2 die? There it is. So those are all, in theory, in that inside space. And then I'm going to come... I need to get distance. So I'm actually going to drop down into 1.
He's going to try and...
Then boost up into 3. It'll be fine. Then 4. And then 5.
And then you're going to coast them?
Oh, I forgot about
Why
coasting.
coasting 4th twice?
Yeah, hang on. Let's get rid of the 4. The 5 die is dangerous, isn't it? So I want to be 4.
Do it again.
And
You've got to
then,
do it. You've got to do it.
you know what I could do? I could coast in
Coast in
third,
3. Yeah.
then go up to 4.
Why don't you coast in first though? It's safer.
I can. No, it doesn't matter what gear you coast in, does it? I want to sit on the bend. Can I sit on the bend? Is the thing. I'd need a 5 and then a break down to 4, wouldn't I? That would be using all of the dice if I did that.
How did you get to 5 from third?
Oh, that's third, isn't it?
Yes.
So I'd have to go 4th to 5th.
Yes.
But then I can't get back down again. So I'd have to stop there. I think I probably want to finish in 5th and sit in front of those guys because I'm just annoying then.
Not really, but yeah.
So I'm going to try doing this. I've only got 3 focus tokens. This could all go horribly wrong. But if I do them one at a time, then I have the option to stop when I want. So I have to roll this first set together. Break dice, remember, I'm more likely to get exclamation marks. I've got 1.
Yes.
So then we roll this one. This should be okay. 2. Sorry, that's 1 exclamation mark. That's okay. Let me move that out of the way. Oh, I should have done the 3 at the same time, actually. That's fine. So then the white one is good. This one is... Oh, so that is my second exclamation mark. So I will use 1 focus token again to not roll the 5 die and finish in front of red. Ha! So I'm in 5th gear again.
That does us in slightly.
Yeah.
Because we can only pass you in 5th, which is annoying. So
that's right.
I was going to drop the second and then go back up. It's fine. I mean, I've got options. I'm just going to have to take these options in interesting.
Andy will be delighted.
It means I can't pass Andy. Yeah, you've just helped Andy. Really, haven't you?
Yeah,
so,
sorry.
And then
move these dice over here.
I guess I swap in front of you. Breakdown, and this is where it's all going to go wrong. Oh, do I want to just drop the 3rd?
Yeah, because the limit on this corner is 4, but you can obviously go through it in a lower gear.
I can only sit behind Andy now because of that. That's annoying. He's helped you so much there. I think I might as well just. I'll break for 3rd. And I'll go for.
If you want to go in 4th, you need to be in the middle lane because the 3 dotted line means the space afterwards is a 3 as well.
You're right. I'll just coast like that.
Yeah, so it's hard to see, but there is a 3 line here. So you can't cross that line going to a gear that's higher than 3.
You have to go in the middle lane.
Speed now, or I think we can. Yeah, I guess I'll just go there. There's very little I can do, actually, I think, on my go, due to Jonathan's shenanigans.
Yeah.
I'm just going to roll. I'm going to roll them all at once. Take the risk. Here's the exclamation marks.
Oh, 2.
Go away with it. I'll take 5 tokens and finish directly behind Andy then.
Hold on, though. I think you got 1 for crossing that line as well. Isn't that an exclamation mark for crossing that line?
No,
no.
It just limits the gear.
Okay.
Obviously, that's later. Yes, so I'm directly behind Andy.
So this symbol would give you an exclamation mark, but this doesn't have the exclamation mark on it. It's just a 3.
And there I am. And I am in 4th because done in.
Well, I'm going to have to do the same, really.
Yeah, there's very little you can do.
And then break down to 3, like he says, like he's done. Then I'm going to have to go up to 4. Can I do that diagonally like that?
Yeah, I think so.
And then I can't go into 5, but I can coast to 4 in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to roll all the die. I'm going to try and do it again. I'm trying to get I grab them all like by control.
Control. Yeah.
Press R. That's not worked. I'm doing them all together.
The control.
You have to click each of them.
It's like if you're selecting multiple files.
That'll do.
You've done it anyway.
Anyway, okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm in 4th gear and I'm just here. Yep. Yep.
I mean, it's actually worked out quite well for Jonathan. He's pushing for 2nd now.
Yeah.
He's going to hit 5th, have the option to hit 5th now.
So I've caught up a bit. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, that's annoying. But Andy has got a wide margin of lead now.
Yeah, he's got a clear run. It's going to be hard for me to get through this corner, though, because I'm going to have to come through on the outside and hit the exclamation mark 5. So Andy's coasting in 5 and dropping to 1. Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, you're in 5, aren't you? How are you getting to 1? You're not. Oh, my goodness. He's going to use 3 breaking dice.
2, 1.
Wowzers.
Wow.
The reason he's doing this is because he wants to be able to use the 2 and the 3 to get through this corner. But it's obviously a risk. It will depend, you see, at this point, how many focus tokens you have is quite important. I've caught up, but I am low on focus tokens. Even with a lot of focus tokens, though, this group, because they're all on the same square, have to be rolled at the same time.
Changed his
No, he's going to boost up to
5th,
5. So that should be there, that red one, shouldn't it?
Yeah. 5th.
No, he's changing it. He's changing it. He's going down to 2nd.
Yeah.
5. Yeah.
How are you going to manage that?
He's doing all sorts.
All right, so he stays in 5.
So 5, coasting, then breaking down to 2, coasting into 2, going into this corner at 3.
You will have to be on
across the 2 line.
Across there. I'll move you to there, Andy, because that's what you mean.
Yeah. Sorry, that's where I thought I put the dice.
Yeah. Then diagonally into here.
I changed it to the coast dice is where I placed it. So, yeah. So yeah, then I can accelerate back out onto 4. So
again, diagonally avoiding the 2 line.
Coast, break, coast, into the corner, out of the corner. Right. So
Andy, that's a 5, is it? Okay.
Yeah, he's starting in 5.
Yeah. Right.
Being able to roll all the dice kind of in place without them going all over the table is actually one of the really nice things about Tabletop Simulator. So he's rolling them one at a time. He's fine there. Oh, he's picked up his first exclamation mark. This has to be rolled as a group. So he's thinking, does he spend
6?
Yeah, it'd be 1 + 2 + 3. It'd be 6 focus tokens he would need to skip that space. You'll be fine, Andy. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean,
you can do it. Believe in yourself.
That's well it. All right, let's drop that stack of 6 tokens there.
All right, so that means he doesn't have to roll these dice.
That one's all right.
He should be okay now. Yeah.
even managed to finish in 4th.
He's fine. Very good.
Will I go out? I go out there.
Yeah.
Completely go where I put the dice. And write it. Okay.
So it's me next, isn't it? Right back here. Yep. So this is going to be a little bit tricky. Well, I think I need to drop down into 4. I want to avoid the exclamation mark. I can go diagonally across there and diagonally back out. I think I probably want to go to... The thing is, I want to finish in a high gear if I can. I don't know if that's possible. If I coast in 4th... Oh, this is quite important. I can't get to here unless I'm in 4th because they're in 4th. Mm-hmm. Now, can my next gear be like a 3? Can I drop down to a 3 at that point?
Yeah, you can be in any lower gear going across that space.
Okay, so 4 coast. Oh, let's just straighten that slightly. What I might do is actually break down into 2. Then go back up to 3. And then I could boost, where's the boost die? Up to 5. I'm going to struggle to catch Andy here, but being in a high gear seems to be good because it means you're going to go earlier on in the turn order. I don't know if that 4, 3. Yeah, the problem is I can't get back up. I've got to skip from 3 to 5 because I've already used the 4 die. If I could break down into 1, then go 2, 3, and boost back up. What the heck? It's getting close to the end of the race. I think I need to take the risk here. So we're going to effectively bump all those die 1 space along, those dice, and I'm going to drop from 4 with 2 break dice down to 1, then 2, then 3, and then boost up to 5. We're going to try this.
So I'm watching the stream, so I can see your 2 tokens. Not that they're hidden information.
Yeah.
You may want to go into the inside lane as well.
Which would be this top one here, wouldn't it? Yeah, because then I'm more likely to go first, aren't I? If they sort of, I imagine they're going to go past me, but I'm definitely going to do these one at a time. We need a bit of luck here because I've only got 2 focus tokens. So we're going to roll that one. That's fine. The white dice have only got 1 exclamation mark on, so these should be fine, surely. There we go. Now this is the danger zone. I can't afford to skip them anyway, so I'm going to have to roll all 3 of these at once. Come on. Yes, it's fine. Oops, we'll ignore whatever that is.
I know.
That was fine. Let me deselect those.
I think you're pretty good now.
Yes.
You might not hit one at all.
I didn't. Oh, I got 1. Just once. That's fine. So that comes off. I'm in 5th gear again. Just plop that over there, and I'm on this space here. All right, I'm done.
Not a bad bit of catching up.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
It's definitely forced my hand a little bit what I'm going to do.
And I need to flip my thing to show that I've had my turn.
So I'm going to. Ooh, don't want all of them. That's not my roll. That's not my roll.
Look at all those.
I'm actually going to agree with Jonathan. I think the only way I'm going to get this is by.
Wow.
So I'm going to push it down to 1 on that one.
I feel like I was quite lucky there. I think that could go horribly wrong.
Well, I've got plenty of tokens to.
Oh, okay. I've been squandering mine.
Oh no.
We haven't even shown you these damage tokens. While they're taking their turns, I'm just going to show you what might happen. If, as I say, you get 3 exclamation marks, you sort of spin off, and you look at this grid here, and depending on what gear you're in, you either go into 0, which means you just start your next turn in 0, or double 0, which means you spend a turn kind of getting your car back on the track, and then you're in gear 0 on the next turn you can carry on. But if you, depending on the dangerousness of the corner, so he's got these kind of yellow, orange, and red signs. You can see on the corners, some corners, like that one's an orange one, that one's a yellow one. Depending on which corner you spin off at, some of them are more dangerous, you would grab a damage token. So this would reduce the number of that kind of dice that's available to you for the rest of the game. So green is fine, you sort of managed to do okay. What's a yellow flag, Andy?
You can only overtake cars at 0 or double 0.
Oh, okay. So that means you can't overtake.
Yep, sort of standard yellow flag for.
Yeah, okay. And you can get -1s for the different colours of dice here. So, so that would reduce the number of break dice you have. But obviously, reducing your gear dice could be quite punishing, or your coasting dice, because you often use those. You can see Mark's using a lot of dice. Having your dice pool reduced by 1.
I don't think I'm going to be doing this. I don't think it works.
Wow, he's come up with all sorts.
I can park in that corner on a 3rd.
You can't do that. I don't think you can go minor to 2.
I'm coming across the diagonal.
Yeah. Oh, can you do that? Can you? Okay.
Yeah. The dotted lines are only if you're coming from the same lane. If you're coming sort of from diagonal, you're fine.
There's no way to go any further because you can't come out of it in a 3.
Yeah, that's why I know it's kind of like I just don't think I don't know whether just to finish in front of Jonathan on a 5th, to be honest, and go before him rather than being slightly further ahead.
So he's breaking down into 1, then 2, boosting to 4, 5, and then braking down into 3 is his plan.
And then coast.
Oh, and then yes, and he's going to coast into the corner in 3rd
I mean,
gear, which is fine.
I will do that, but I'm just not going to bother doing that. I'm just going to. I can just coast that.
You can't go there after 4. You have to
I can't pass you. I can't do it anyway because I can't pass.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting on 5th gear. That's how you want to do it.
I'm just. Well, that's fine. I'll just change it. I'll just go to 2nd then from there.
I'm not sure I'm so happy. All I'm doing is helping Andy.
Yeah.
I keep blocking everyone else, but
3rd.
After the disastrous turn I had back, where was it? It was on this corner here.
Yeah.
If I can get 2nd by the end of the race, I would be delighted. So we'll see.
And I'll jump to there and be on a 5th.
All right, so Mark is just going to...
I don't want to go because there's no way I feel like I can brake. I could drop... Oh. Is there a way of...
Can you break down to 1?
I'm wondering if I could...
4, 3, 2... You could if he uses all 3 brake dice.
But if I coast there... Boost 4th there...
You can see this game might get a little bit AP prone. Because there are a lot of different options with how you combine these dice. It's quite an interesting mechanism, I think.
I want to finish on 5th, so I don't think it makes a difference. I am just gonna. I don't feel like I can come across that in 1st though. That would be a maybe. I can drop. I mean, it's a lot of braking. Will I need to brake later? Probably not. Do you want to know something? I'm just going to go 2nd, 3rd. I'm going to coast, but I'm going to finish there, so I'm marginally on the inside.
You know what we could do? We're going to go before Andy next turn. If we get to that corner and sit in front of him, we can block him in.
I'll roll these one at a time, unsurprisingly.
Well,
I think
that low amount of dice, roll them together.
No, I've got 9 tokens. I'm all right. I think I'm. I think that's the plan. Fine. Roll.
It always feels very tense with the rolling the dice thing. Wow, that's quite a roll. And what is that? Cocked dice, reroll. How has it landed? Hang on, don't roll it yet. Let me just show you that. That has landed. Look. Oh, it's the car. That's why. In theory, I think, because of the physics engine, this corner of the die.
He's only got 1, hasn't he? So even if he got an exclamation, it wouldn't make any difference.
So he's going to be fine, isn't he?
So I'm finishing there.
All right.
On a little 5th. That's not me. That's you.
Yeah, that's me.
Have I moved the wrong car?
You're red.
Yeah.
Where was I?
I'll be there.
Oh, yeah, you win 2nd, weren't you? So it's fine. So he's allowed to do the same thing, even though he picked up the wrong car.
I'm in 5th.
Okay. Right. Okay. So if we're going to do the block Andy thing,
you need to be in 5th as well.
So I'm going to break down to 2 like you have, which I can do in there. Okay. And then I come out of there into 3, 4, 5, and then I'd have to coast into 5. I don't want to be there. I'd rather be there actually, and I can still get by even if I go after you. So I'll be there, so I can go into that's to go diagonally over there then, or into there. Okay. So what do I want to do? Get that out of the way. Do I want to roll them all and go for it?
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Right, I might roll them all together and just go for it. That would be very reckless of me. No, you know what? I'm going to roll them individually.
The first 2, do you have to be rolled together?
So here we go. So I'm fine. Oh, that was just that one. That was fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's all fine.
You're all good. You see, you should roll them all together.
Could have done. So he's going to go into there, and I'm in 5th gear, and I'm done. So
yeah, so that's the end of the round.
Oh no, Andy, this is a dangerous.
That gets flipped. So we're all in 5th now, which means we're going to go before Andy. Chance to catch up here, but it's going to be the person on the inside of the corner, which is blue. So Mark goes first.
So unsurprisingly, I'm dropping to 2nd with a lot of braking.
Yeah, because you see here, he has to cross that line in 2nd gear.
This may be the death of me.
Let's hope so.
So what? Fifth, fourth, third, second.
Yeah, that's fine.
And that's fine. And now, do I intention? I just don't trust you guys enough to help block Andy.
You can't. You need to be in fourth to get to pull at the side of me.
That's true. I can't. Oh,
Can you boost? Can you boost
I mean,
up to four?
I can
That's going to be an issue
boost.
for all of us, though, getting past Andy because he's sat in fourth.
Do I just drop? I can just move to third. I don't have to take the title. I'll just if we're talking that, then I'm not going to let's see if I take a safer path, which is a bit of a break. Switch to the outside.
Yeah, so you just can't cross this line because Andy sat here in fourth. You can only go across that line in second, but you can't go next to Andy unless you're in at least four. So it's impossible to cross this line here. This diagonal route is the only way past Andy in that position.
I think I'm gonna do what. If I went fourth there, fourth, I would use third. That's annoying. Otherwise, it's gonna boost up. I think I'm gonna take the risky. I'm gonna try it. See if I can do a risky version of this then. So it was break second. But I can boost up to fourth, can't I?
But you can't cross that line and go into fourth, can you?
Is
No,
that
the space. If you're crossing this dotted line, that space is a 2.
so? If I can't go boost 4.
No, you can. You can go onto into the outer lane and go 3-3 then 4.
But I can't do what? I can't do that.
No.
You can't cut across the double space and get into fourth gear because you're limited to either a 1 or a 2 depending on which lane you're in.
Fine. So I will have to just do the what I was doing before then. So it's a break down to third.
So some clever positioning by Andy here because it forces people to take this outside route.
Coast in third.
It's almost like you've played this before, Andy.
I mean, on that basis,
I didn't realise that that stopping there was so good.
Yeah.
Did it.
Break 2. I might have made this more dodgy. This is the time to try and
Yeah, all or nothing.
Third. I could do. I have to be fourth down at that point. That's the limit. That's so I might as well go second. If I'm not crossing that line, second, boost 4. Is that legal?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not sure this is. I'm not sure this is the best way of doing it anyway. But and then
we've got a very sharp corner coming up before the end of the race here. You've got to be in gear 1, no matter how you get around that corner.
Fourth, fifth.
Coast.
Okay, so he's going to have to do a bit of braking around the corner.
Bit of lag here. It's not.
And then some major acceleration across the line.
I'm going to be a lag. Andy Pelton's gone to 999.
Oh, of course, it's because you're hosting the server, aren't you, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And every now and then your ping goes really high.
I think.
So have you decided?
No, I'm going to take another step. I think I'm going to break to a third.
Oh, because he's not used gear 3. Because the advantage of the boost die is it lets you skip a gear, which means you can always drop back down to it later. Get quite far that way.
I also think I'm thinking I just want to get into that. If I could somehow not have to use that. Break 2. What if I mean, if I'm doing that, then why don't I just go break. No, not break. Oh, if I don't want to. I don't know. It's like a.
Mark's not normally AP prone in games, but this one seems to be causing some issues.
Third, fourth.
The green dice down.
I don't need to use the green dice. Okay. 5th. Yeah, I'm gonna try and set myself up for a better corner. I can't. The latency's killing me. I think I've thrown a dice a mile away. Oh, let's come back again now.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm sort of lagging at the moment. Significantly.
Are you on Virgin?
No,
Okay.
no, I'm on EE.
Okay, because they have been having issues.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go there. That's my.
Right, so he's finishing in 1, so he's getting a lot of distance here. But he's in a low gear.
I'm in low gear.
5. So you'd be going from 5 down to 2 with 1 break dice.
Oh no, I need to put in I threw the break dice somewhere over here. 5,
Okay.
4, 3.
There it is.
We are. That's what I want.
4, 3, yeah, that will work.
It's all legal. Okay. I'll be rolling them one at a time. But I will. So start with this lot.
That's fine.
Then a white.
Oh, he's picked up 1.
I'll be spending some on that big square, I suspect. I'm still gonna cover these off with 6.
So he has to spend 1 + 2 + 3 is 6 focus tokens
2,
to get past that.
4, 5.
Hi, Games of Fire, welcome. We're near the end, actually. This is the final corner before we cross the finishing line.
Oh, I'll sort those in a bit. I don't need to roll the last one because I can't fail. So I'm gonna finish right there.
And you're in first gear, aren't you?
Yep.
All right, so next up, we do the gears first. So it's going to be a 5th gear car, and red is further than yellow. So red goes next.
Okay, so, right, let's leave these here then. So I'm in 5th. So I need to break down to 3. I could do that there, but then I'd have to go into 2, which you can't, no good. So I'm going to have to go here. 3, break, and Mark did. Coast on in 3. Accelerate 4. 5. Coast into 5 in the middle lane. You want to do that? And that, then, do you know what? I'm not going to go. I'm not going to do that silliness. I'm going to stay like that because I think that it's just too. It's just going to get rid of this rubbish. I want to be going before Mark and his first gear next turn, even if. But then, actually, that's a real problem, isn't it? Because I could end up getting blocked in by all you guys. I'm not going to trust that you're going to get that far, though. Certainly not yellow. Yellow, what are you in? You're on 5th gear. No, I'm gonna go for it. I think that's fine. Right, let's see what I can do. So those 2 together, I think I can roll all of these together. I just don't know how to do it.
Hit control, then
hold
control.
down control, then click each dice that you want to pick up.
Hold control. I'm doing that now. What?
Yeah,
Click one at a time.
On each dice that you want to pick up, and you'll get a little highlight around each one.
Okay, and now press roll.
Yep.
Here we go.
Yay!
Oh!
2, 3. Oh no!
That is it. He got 3. Look, 1, 2, 3. My goodness.
That's gone off. Oh no! That's like the world ends.
So your final position would be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm in 5th gear.
Right.
And,
right. So what you can do, you can rearrange these dice and change your actual final trajectory. So to end up where you wherever you end up will be will be where you spin off.
okay.
But you can change the layout of the dice.
I'm quite happy where I am.
Is that to finish in a different gear, you mean, Andy? But you're going to end up in gear 0, aren't you?
Yeah.
So why would you change the order of the dice?
Well, you'll end up in gear 0, 0. because he's in 5.
Oh, I see. You might want to change these, although he can't get past you unless he's in 4th.
No, it's you can't really sort of say there's no real way of doing it.
Yeah, I think you're stuck there.
You need to be in 3. You need to be because it's not used the boost dice, so we doesn't have that to relay. It's just the dice available.
So this is a great illustration.
Yeah, I have to say, everybody, I did that deliberately just so all the people at home can see what happens when things out.
So in 5th gear, we notice the corner now is a yellow corner. So fortunately, it's not too dangerous a corner. But then we consult the chart, and in 5th gear, he's going to get 1 damage token and end up in gear 0, 0. So he's going to have to push his car back onto the track.
Right. So, Mark, you can choose which side of the track you spin off on, whether it's the inside or the outside. But yeah, you also want to draw, set your marker to 0, 0, so number 8 in this interface. And you want to draw 2 damage tokens from the bag.
Isn't it just 1?
It's 2.
But it's a yellow corner.
No, sorry. No, yeah. Hang on. Put that in there.
Yeah, it's only 1 because of this here.
Oh, the weather's changed.
We've got a weather change.
Oh, that's going to affect everybody.
Okay, what does that
So
do then?
flip over your asphalt tyres.
Oh, so you see this card is for, at the top left, asphalt tyres. And it's for sunny weather.
It's the tyre card that you're using. It should be the one you've got face up at the moment.
Yeah, we flip it over.
All the dice
the rain,
changed.
but isn't that's not rain, is it? That's cloudy.
It's rain. Look, it's a rain symbol. There's 3 dots of rain beneath the cloud.
Not on the chip.
Not on the
it's
chip,
just a bit of cloud. But you reckon that's rain, do you?
There's only 2 states: there's sunny or rain.
Okay, fine. So that is rain. So we now have to go to the rain side, and you can see it changes slightly the stats and the number of dice. So the main thing here is that previously, if we go back to the other side, we had 3 break dice available to us, but now there's only 1 break die. It's much harder to break when it's wet on the track.
And also, you only have 2 exclamation.
Oh my goodness! So if you get 2 exclamation marks, you go bust.
Yeah.
That's going to be super dangerous.
I'm glad I went on the middle.
Oh, I was just about to do my big streak and go crazy.
So not only have I illustrated the spinning off, I've illustrated a weather change.
Yeah. I mean, you've shown everything.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go and have a glass of wine now.
So what you're saying is you got out your car there and then just walked across the pits?
Right, well, what am I going to do here? So I need to get past Andy in 4th, so that definitely has to be a 4th, whatever we do. We've got to be in 3rd there, so I think probably we want to drop down to 3rd. I want to finish high. I can only use 1 break die, though.
I think you'll struggle to finish high.
I mean, I could go 3rd, 4th, 5th, and I'd finish here. Then I'd go 1st, and I could do a gentle drop down to what I think that might be my best bet. And it makes it a bit more difficult for Andy because he has to pass me in 5th.
Yeah.
So I'm going to coast there, go from 4th to 5th on the inside. Hang on, yeah. This is the corner, isn't it, with the numbers? So that is the inside. So I don't think it's going to matter because Andy's going to go past me, but I think that's probably my best bet. There aren't many dice here. I can only get 2 exclamation marks, so I really don't want to go crazy here. The question is, do I want to pick up some focus tokens for a mad, crazy finish? I think so.
You need a break dice.
Where?
With your 3.
Oh, yeah, that's 3. I'm staying at 3.
You're in 5th.
You're in 5th.
Oh, I started in 5th, didn't I? Yes, I forgot about that. I do need a break die. Oh, that makes it a little bit more dangerous.
Why don't you break again down to 2nd and then go 3rd? Oh, you still need to be 4th, don't you?
Yeah, I need to be in 4th to get past here.
You can go 2nd, 3rd, 4th, coast 5th, finish 1 further along.
Right, it's all or nothing, I think. Oh no, but it's only 2. I can only get 2 exclamation marks. Mark, you've ruined it for me.
Commiseratory chocolate. There we go.
Only that would be very likely to get 2 exclamation marks. What the heck?
It's definitely good. It's
I'm going to risk
good
it.
Fun game of fire. Yeah, it's a good laugh.
Here we go.
Not too hot, not too heavy. and it goes wrong quite quickly.
No, I got 3. Would you believe it?
Perfectly
You got
timed.
4.
Oh, I got 4. I got that. Oh my goodness, that could not have been worse. Well, even if I hadn't rolled them all at once, the first 2 would have spun me off anyway.
If you go over by more than 2, is it even worse, or is it just as bad?
It's just as bad.
So I still get to hear, do I?
Well, this is where you can relay it, because at the moment your ending, actually Mark's ending position, leave the dice where they are,
Sorry, yeah.
would have been 1 space back, because that's where his last exclamation mark was.
But my last exclamation mark was...
Your last one's here, so this is where you're going to stop.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So if I change the dice around some crazy way, and we say that that's
if
a
you
5...
Mark your destination space with your marker first, and which gear that you're meant to end in.
Oh, but I can't manage that because my last exclamation mark would be here.
Generally, you would mark your destination space, you see. So.
All right. Well, it was going to be 5th gear here.
Yep. Right.
Be your second. But you got 2 here, didn't you? So that's.
Do they have to make sense though? If I do this, it's like 5, but this should be 3.
It has to be perfectly legal.
Oh, I can't manage that then. I'm just going to leave them as they are. There was only one way of doing it. So basically, I'm going to finish here and spin off. Is that right?
No, you'll finish on the 3rd one, won't you?
You finish where your second marker.
Second.
Oh my goodness, this is even worse. Well, I've totally shot myself in the foot here.
Yeah, that's why I was saying if you can relay.
I think you can rejig that.
Well, I could do
break to a 3rd,
but the break in the 3, I spin off here. That's the earliest I can get. If I put them there, then I spin off on that position instead.
Yeah, you're done in whatever you do.
Yeah. So am I in gear 3 or gear 5 then?
You're in
0.
3.
Oh, 3.
Oh, so I'm in 3.
At the point where you crash, you're in 3.
So that's my second. And it says 3. So we'll make that a 3.
Consult your chart to see what happens.
So I still end up in 0-0, but I don't take a damage token.
Oh.
Well, that's something at least. So we'll change that to 0-0.
Who knows? You could have taken the weather, but changed the weather back.
Yeah. Get rid of the dice and put myself off the track. That is my race over. At this point, I storm away from my car, shouting and swearing. All right, Andy.
Right.
Show us how it's done.
Yep. Right. Yeah, so these should be on still. So then that's like being pedantic. Right. So I go coast.
So it's in 4th. That was the thing that ruined us all. I don't know how Mark managed it. It was all your focus tokens, wasn't it? I just run out. I didn't have enough at the end.
I spend a load just to keep it safe, and then yeah. Well, my race was ruined by Jonathan deciding to stop me using my dice in the order I wanted.
That was satisfying. I like that bit.
I know. Yeah.
So 1 breaking die.
So he's gone 4, coast to coast, down to 3, breaking down to 1. He must go through this corner at 1.
But he can go to 2nd, so he'll definitely...
I don't know why he doesn't go into that space. There we go. He goes diagonally into that space. It's fine. And then he can come out. He hasn't used the 2 dice, has he? So he can get out in 2nd. And then boost up to 4th. And he's going to finish in a higher... Oh my goodness, he's going to go crazy and go into 5. I think Andy may have this. Unless... he spins off.
Oh, there, I see one.
Hang on, I was trying to move the dice out of the way. Right, just so I can get in better positions. Right, so...
all at once then, Andy?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Go for it. We'll say that you won.
Remember, it's particularly dangerous now because you can only get 2 before going bust. So I don't think he's going to get that far, even with all those dice. I'm just not convinced he's going to make it.
Oh, that was a...
There's 1. Now, he really has to spend focus tokens, I think, at this point.
Yes, so I'm spending 3 tokens on those 2. Yeah, it's just... Although, it's the same.
How many tokens does he have is the question.
We've got 3. So that'll cover this space.
So he doesn't have to roll these, yeah. Are you going to roll that? Oh, and that's it. He comes off.
So yeah, this is where I come off.
That was quite unlucky because there is only 1 exclamation mark on that die, but he managed to find it.
So I'm in gear 2 at this point.
Oh, sorry. No, hang
so
on.
I only go to 0.
Yeah, okay.
That does still mean I go first,
on the
doesn't
chart, we need to consult the colour of the corner as well. It is an orange corner.
Yeah, but it's just no damage at 2.
No damage, and he goes to gear 0. So that means Mark will go first. If Mark can make it, he will win. If he doesn't come off, but then Andy will go after Mark. I think Andy has a fairly straight route.
Dice off the board.
Yeah.
Right, well, this is it, the finale. This is going to be the final round, I think.
So does Mark play ridiculously safe?
You've got to try and cross the finishing line, surely.
First, and then we'll. I'm definitely going to try and. Well, yeah, because you'll win anyway, so I might as well. There's number 3 gone? Where's there?
It's there, look.
3.
Yeah, no, you've missed a space, haven't you?
No?
2.
No.
No. It's a single space.
It's a long space, that one. I'm not sure why Andy didn't go into that space.
No.
In fact,
You were hoping to go further, weren't you, of course?
It's marginally safer to do coast and coast, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably because I didn't see that was a longer space.
Actually, yeah, that's right.
So if Mark manages this, he wins the game. He's good. Oh, still okay. You likes rolling that first one. Does that count as an exclamation mark? No, we need a proper roll on that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's his first one.
Oh dear, I've got 1 and then 2 to.
Oh, and he's got the focus token. So unfortunately for everyone else, he manages to cross the line, not having to roll these last 2 dice because he's spending his focus tokens.
You didn't need to spend the last 2 tokens. You could have just rolled it because you've crossed the line.
You can spin off as long as you spin off past the line.
It's fine.
That's it. It's fine. Release control after you've gone over the line. You've gone over the line.
That's true. That's legal.
All right, and that's it. I think that is game over.
Yeah, because I'll be taking second.
Yeah, I mean, we could play out the rest of it, but I'm not sure it's going to be very exciting. Andy should definitely get across the line, and then me and Mark will come crawling up in the rear.
Oh well, never mind.
Yeah, very close.
Yeah, and good fun, a good laugh. Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
It's a really interesting game because it's surprisingly like the dice mechanism. I think is very strange when you first see it, but that push your luck element actually fits the theme really well.
Yeah.
You know, you can try and push it going around the corner, but obviously you risk spinning off.
Yeah.
And yeah, a lot of interesting strategic decisions, which you don't often get in racing games, do you?
No.
Not in that sense.
Yeah, the blocking is sort of well, I think it's sort of good with 4 or more. I think. Sort of,
it's nice because you can, as you say, you can block each other in, can't you? And it adds to the strategy.
I suspect this game would be about 20 minutes shorter if we were playing the actual board game.
Yeah.
The messing about and fiddling with the dice is a little bit fiddly in TTS, but
being able to roll them all in once, where they just pop up in the air and land where you place them, that's great. I love that.
That is true.
That I can see it being very messy. Like, how do you just in real life? Do you just grab all the dice together and chuck them somewhere else?
Yeah, because in real life, that's where you need to mark. It's not as important on this because you just roll everything in place. But in real life, you just mark your destination space with your gear marker.
Okay.
So you just go like, I'm going to there, and then
so you know what gear you're starting in, and where you're ending up. Then you just roll what gear you're ending in and where you're ending up, and you just roll. Pick up all the dice, roll them, and that's why you can relay them if you get multiple exclamations. If you get a fail
after you've rolled them,
relay them as long as it's legal. That's fine. But it's so yeah, you can either end up where you would finish normally, or you can elect to spin off earlier if the tile's more favourable, or you can then possibly in a lower gear.
So if you're interested in playing Rallyman GT, we are playing on Tabletop Simulator, which you can buy on Steam. This is a free mod available from the workshop. At least at the time of recording it is. I don't know if it will be in the future, but at the moment you can pick it up for free and try playing it with your friends. Thanks very much for watching.
Yeah.
And I think we will see you all next Friday. Do let us know if there's any particular games you would like us to play. All right. Good night, everyone.
Cheers.
Goodbye.